So I like to do a good troll once in a while, and I decided what I was gonna do was I was gonna, why not troll Brian F? I have this perfectly good username, why not give it a try? And let's go ahead and take a look at his reaction real quick.
Ask very specific
Okay,
questions.
so here we go.
Questions. If you ask me very specific questions, I can give advice. If you ask very general questions, wait, what's this? What's going on here? Did I just run into my alter ego in ranked?
So at this point, he sees the username and he's like, it's literally, almost the same username. So it's kind of funny. You can see the chat, they're kind of, laughing in there. So, a bunch of people in the chat had something to say too. So
Can't be good on both ends.
really, the whole point of trolling is really, it's not like evil spirited or anything like that. It's just to make people laugh, provide a good time, spice things up a little bit. Why not, But the funny thing is, with this account, I made this account originally just to learn Rose, from bronze on up, and it turned out that I just started to get good with my main characters, and I decided to stick with. Forget about Ruse and just stick with, my actual characters because I was, starting to make progress. And then, that's when I decided to, just, stick with them. So I had no intention of getting this account to Diamond, but, I had no idea, like, I was even going to get to Diamond. But once I did get to Diamond, I was like, yeah, we gotta troll. We gotta do something about this, so that was the general idea. But it was a good match. I'll post the match, at a later date, the full match. But, it was a good set. So actually, let me correct myself on that one. It wasn't actually such a great set. I think I could have played so much better. Again, like I said, I'll post the full fight if you're interested in seeing that, at a later date, probably like sometime next week. But let me just say this real quick, that that was vintage trolling. Like, I'm very proud of that, but at the same time, the way he handled it was also really great. Like, that's vintage how you handle trolling. No need to rage quit or anything like that. Just beat the troll. And at the end of the day, you win. So that's the way to handle it. Props to Brian F for everyone had a good laugh. It was fun. By the way, if you like this kind of thing, if you like trolling, feel free to check me out. Also, I play Street Fighter. Come by and chat, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.